speaking of YouTube, we should now be live there. I hit 3,800 trophies. I hit 3,800 trophies in Matchmasters. Yeah, I mean, the thing that contributions would help with now is being able to get ahead of it, to pay down what we owe, and to make sure we can stay on top of our quarterly payments, which have like quadrupled, maybe even like, I don't even want to think about it, but I think they're more like almost quintupled. Our quarterly estimated tax payments have like quintupled. Again, it's a result of us taking home more pay. But the reason why it blindsided us is that, well, here, we're out of ads now. Hi! The reason that it blindsided us is previously, the previous tax year, not only did I think my husband still have tax payments he had paid into through an employer, but we were not paying ourselves as much money out of the shop. So a bunch of factors, lesson learned, and you know, they're basing, the bookkeepers were basing this on the previous year's tax information, which is, you know, probably pretty standard. So if you start making a bunch more money and you're self-employed, you need to increase your quarterly tax payment. Even if your bookkeepers are only telling you to pay this much, you should probably pay extra. Learn from our mistakes. And you guys have been so awesome helping out so that we're not like completely in the hole. And that means a lot to me. I really did not want to have to ask you. And I don't like asking, you know, directly in that way, just because I want this all to be like, hey, I love this person's content. I want to support what they do. And many of you do that, and you do it a lot. So thank you. Hi, Rack Wack. Hi, Squatched. How's it going, guys? What's going on? Our friend Donut King had a front page stream last night, and I wish that I had it in me to stay awake for the whole thing, but there's no way, because I think he was on until 4 in the morning my time, maybe 3. But it was hopping busy in there, and he does such a great job when he has stuff like that going on. He really just is himself, you know. That is so weird. Hi, one Gucci belt, please. You followed from last night. What's up, dude? Everybody welcome in our new friend, one Gucci belt, please. And you were very active in chat over there, and that's awesome. That's so helpful for us. Like, we love, hi, Hammy. We love people who are, you know, lurking because they're working. We love the work lurkers. We love our lurkers, but it is super helpful when, you know, people are excited about what we're doing and they're chatting with us. It gives us something to riff off of. And yeah, it was awesome. It was fun. I had a good time hanging out with him. Yeah, he's amazing. He's always talking about me when I'm in there. And I kind of want to be like, shut up, stop talking about me. But he won't, first of all. And second of all, you know, I do the same for him because I really love him and I love what he does. And I've known him a long time. We've been friends for a long time. I've known him since he only had 1 kid and now he has 4.
Guys, please check out my friend 9.5 and give her a follow right now. She only has 9.5 fingers, for Christ's sake.
He does love to talk about that. Yeah, he's a really good friend of the stream. And he's proof positive that anybody, like, he got partnered streaming from an iPhone. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to have a bunch of, like, high production value bells and whistles, et cetera, et cetera. If you just have, like, a fun personality, if you're just yourself and you're having a good time. So he streams his donut making, and he's been working for the family-owned donut shop for a while now. He and his wife help run the family-owned donut shop that her family has owned for, like, I think it's been in business for over 30 years in Southwest Florida. And you get to see their kids when they come in and they kind of switch off, like she's coming in to work and he's leaving and stuff. How you doing, Bax? It's lovely to see you. Doing well in between clients at the moment, so you were happy to see this going live notification? Awesome, I'm glad. Well, see, that's why I was late today. It's nice to see you, Bex. So Brian and I were chatting because he had sent me a thank you. Because I donated a book to, I backed his Kickstarter with a book donation for Pro Gamer's Guide to Defeating Trolls. Now, how did I do that? How did I justify that? It's $18 to sponsor a book for a children's hospital, a school, etc. Every month, anyone who signs up at the $50 tier on Patreon is signing up to contribute 20% of that tier collectively to supporting another creator, either through gifting Patreon memberships, gifting fourth wall memberships, etc. And originally I had said we could do 10% to our community and 10% to another person. But this time around, so I'm going to reserve the right to choose to put all of that towards another person if I feel like that's warranted. And when somebody has a special project like Brian's book, as much as I'd love to gift out some Patreon memberships to our community, and the amount of the book exceeded my responsibility, but this person who's signed up at that tier on Patreon has supported our stream and our charities in a huge way. So bear in mind, if you choose to sign up for that tier at the discounted rate for a year in advance, that will also, somewhat reduce the amount that we will be contributing to somebody else. But that's huge, and you get a discount, and it's still 20% of that monthly. I figure out, how much your monthly divided up by 12 if you've committed a year in advance, and then each month I'll take that amount and I will go and I'll find somebody to support. We have one person signed up at that tier, and that's totally okay. I need to sit down and do some work on Patreon. I need to send a bunch of mail out to a bunch of you. You've been so patient, and we've had a lot going on, and we've had some family stress and stuff, and I know you understand. But this was the choice I made, was I decided not only to send all of it to someone else, but I more than doubled it. Because that person's project is important to me. I care about what they're doing. I want to support them. And I'd love for a children's hospital or a school to have the book. I would love to have the rewards myself, but right now I can't afford to back the project for myself. I'd rather that somebody else has it. So thank you to all of you that are paid pledges on Patreon. And thank you so much to the individual who chose to snatch one of those spots in that tier and help me to help others with their creative projects. That is the whole point of that top highest tier on Patreon. If you're interested in subscribing to that tier, I would thank you for ever and ever and ever, because you're helping me support other people. That's the point of that tier. It helps support us. It's the highest level of support that you can sign up for. We love you, Brian. We love what you're doing. That's just it. It's like hey, you're helping me. You're helping me to continue. It's the rising tide lifts all ships. Community over competition. We want to see our friends succeed and do well. Throws love at Brian for doing awesome things. Promoting healthy online habits with kids and using fun characters and a really awesome artist. So we're not just supporting Brian, we're also supporting his artist, Kevin Hinkle. So if you guys are interested in backing the project, !Brian in the chat, please do so if you can't afford to. And if you'd like to, you could do what I did and round up. I threw you a little extra gratuity there, Brian. Don't spend it all in one place. It was like $2. I rounded up to $20. But $18 and you could fund a book for a hospital or a school. That's pretty awesome. Like, so maybe it's not something that appeals to you directly. Like, you don't have any kids. You think it's a great project. You love it. You want it to succeed. You can also go in there. Brian, how much is it? Is it $10 or whatever? You could just say, hey, I just want you to have funds through the Kickstarter and no rewards, no nothing. Like, I don't want anything. I just want to see you put the book out. That's so cool. Because some of us, we don't care about the physical rewards. Sometimes I'm about the physical rewards. It depends on, I've got kids. I would gladly read Pro Gamer's Guide to Defeating Trolls with maybe any of my kids, even though I have older kids. And my boys might roll their eyes, but, children's books, they can appeal to older kids and adults too. It's not just for kids. I love the Pigeon books, and they kind of deal with some of the same stuff that you deal with, Brian, with just in a very real and a fun and an entertaining way. They deal with nobody's perfect. How do we just try to be better than we are now? You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be working on yourself. You know what I mean? So much support all the way around. Thank you all so much. We're cutting it close. When's the deadline? Pigeon wants to ride the roller coaster. And I love that one in particular. I will get a ticket. You know why that one is so great? Because it deals with anticipation. Wait. Yes. It deals with anticipation, patience, waiting for things that you want, waiting your turn patiently and stuff like that. And then he gets to the front of the line. I don't want to ruin the book for anybody. And let's just say it also deals with being in the moment, mindfulness, and enjoying something, even if it isn't what you had expected in your mind, and choosing to have a good time instead of always being critical and always being negative about something not meeting up to your expectations. Your favorite is Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, but that's more because you're the bus driver. Yeah. That one's really good too. And there's The Pigeon Needs a Bath. Is it called The Pigeon Needs a Bath? There's one about him needing a bath that's really funny. The Pigeon Wants a Hot Dog is really great because that's with duckling. I like the ones that have duckling in them. Yeah, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive. No, it's Drive. Mo Willems is amazing. Any Mo Willems books. Elephant and Piggy, the Pigeon series. I beg of you, if you haven't read those with your kids, if you have kids in your life, or even not kids, I'm telling you, they're so good. If somebody got me a Mo Willems book, I'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you. You too want a hot dog. The Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog. Yeah, the Pigeon books are great. The Elephant and Piggy books are great. They are about accepting each other as not perfect, but that's why we're beautiful, is that we're all unique, and we're all of us learning, and we can learn together to be decent, kind, respectful. And it doesn't mean that you have to be all boring. The books aren't boring. A lot of books that are promoting, it's tough, but it's true. A lot of books that are promoting good values can be kind of boring and preachy. And it's just give me a fun character. Help spark the child's imagination. Capture their imagination with humor and, funny situations and stuff like that. Mr. Sharp does a good reading of it. Oh, cool. Dictionary? I straight up fell asleep reading that. I actually used to read the dictionary like the nerd that I am. Mo is also a New England-based author, like some other guy. Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Those books have been so popular in our household, and I recommend them to new parents and anyone that has kids, or they're trying to buy books for kids if they don't already know about them. I'm like, oh, please do yourself and any kid you're buying books for a favor and get them a bunch of those books. Once you pop, you can't stop, I'll tell you. I think we have 18 Mo Willems books in our house. I do a good pigeon voice.
This hot dog is mine. See? I found it.
He's like, Pigeon does not want to share that hot dog, dude. Pigeon does not want to share that hot dog. And Duckling, Ramona does the Duckling voice. You read a few to Lil Nagiri. He doesn't get it at his age, but the rest of the family appreciates them. Yeah, they are so fabulously expressive. It's 100% true. Mm-hmm. Yep. He's, Pigeon is a real... He's a character with a lot of depth, you know? He is not perfect by any means. Your favorite thing is that it's a similar voice to what Mr. Sharp uses. You think there's just a mental image of how Pigeon sounds? Maybe it's because Mr. Sharp and Shayna, maybe it's because we grew up watching all the same stuff. I love when Mr. Sharp does, shout out to Sharp Balloons, when Mr. Sharp does Skeletor. It's spot on. Like, he could be, if they did a reboot, he could be Skeletor.
I'll get you, He-Man.
I can't do it like he can. Mine sounds more like some kind of minion of Skeletor. Yeah, he does great voices. You guys have to follow them if you're not. They're so incredible. Thank you, Miro, for for holding down the fort on YouTube. Again, we are 17 subscribers away from YouTube Partner Level 2, which means what? Chat. What does that mean? What will that do? Ad revenue on videos and shorts. And no, I don't mean... I don't mean like, that'd be hilarious. Ad revenue on shorts. And then you have like a pair of green shorts on and then you let people pay to have their... you let people pay to have their... Hey, Brian, you want to advertise... You want to advertise on my shorts? Yeah. What? You said ad revenue on shorts. You love a good literal humor. Fart sponsor. Yeah. Yeah, that's the, this is the prime... Green shorts and a green screen so that I could confirm that streamers don't have legs. Yes, it's interesting to read the history of various PBS shows where child psychologists came up with a show to address a need, and then years later child psychologists went, actually, that wasn't really a good way to do it. So stuff like, it's actually good to be bored. Teaching instant gratification from the start of childhood development isn't good, etc. Yeah. Excuse me. Cool, Tony has done that for charity races. Oh my God, that's amazing. What's up, Buttercup? How are you? Prime real estate for sponsors, yes. Advertising on shorts, that's a great way to get a leg up on the competition. All right, the first person... Brian and I were having a conversation about, like, stereotypical streamer behaviors. Be like, all right, the #1 spot on the gifter leaderboard gets to advertise on my green screen shorts. Do we actually do this? Do we actually do this? Did I just come up with a really great way to motivate people to give subs in the channel? Oh, I'm sorry, Buttercup. I hope you're able to relax and do something to mitigate that. That's really rough. I'm so sorry, especially if you're feeling tired from anything else you did during the day. We're working on the secret project. What's the secret project? It's a secret, you nerds. I can't tell you. Why shorts, though? I mean, it could be anything green screen. Why not? What? I don't understand. Or do you mean onesies? Are you talking about onesies? I don't want to wear onesies in the summertime. Oh my God. Seriously? Oh, yeah. That Cat Yoy is going to be like, I'm being targeted. Slippers. There was a 3D printing fundraiser and one person was talking about their work and their wife showed up, except the wife was wearing a green hoodie. A face show up. And a brooch. Oh, right. Okay, good, Buttercup. All right. I have to make sure I have all of the parts. And it's hard because some of the parts are very similar, but they're not the same. I don't know if I have all the parts yet. I have to look at the pattern. What's everybody up to today? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a good day. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mateo. How are you? I see you over on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out with us on YouTube. I do appreciate that. Again, if you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube, it is very helpful. Thank you very much. What was I doing? Oh yeah, looking for the pattern. Can't tell you what pattern. I'll tell you once it's finished and the person has received it. I think I have all the parts. Yep, it's just time to sew it together. Wow. I had no idea. Don't forget to thumbs up the YouTube live stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Danielle. You're so awesome. I really appreciate you. How you doing today, Danielle? How's Ralph? Why are we bonking? Who's bonking? Oh, Buttercup, that's so kind. That's very sweet. Thank you. No rush on my part. It's really nice of you. Yeah, that's annoying because we tried to run a 3-minute ad break, Cranston, and it didn't work. How you doing, Cranston? Oh, that's crazy. I put it on there right exactly where it was supposed to be. Like I'm actually some sort of professional or something. It's just practice. It's like Bob Ross says. Anybody can do this. I'm convinced that almost anyone can do what I do. I'm gonna use one. No. Let's do. Yeah. Okay. Ads are coming in 30 seconds. 90 seconds of ads are coming in 30 seconds. Thanks for staying through them. I really appreciate it. And then I hit the button. Because the button was there and I hit it. My husband was actually playing the sponsorship game this morning. We were talking about it. Hi, Mirror Doodle. How are you? Welcome in. Lovely to see you. And I think it's counting because it showed he joined as an anonymous. If you guys hit the 95.95, if you are not subscribed, you can have a gift sub. You can also ask me. Ooh, what'd you get? I heard somebody land. Wow, 72.58. Special modes. At 3800, I just unlocked that. I played like 2 matches of something where you're like beating up on somebody. So be aware, once you get to that point, then you can start losing trophies. So you can ask for a gift sub for yourself, or if you're already subbed, you can give it to another person, or while we're doing Play Live, you can ask me to donate $5 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital instead, if you want. I mean, there's like the solos. That they give you the chance to play every so often. You like unlock a new like solo thing, and I've done a few of those, but mostly I was playing the PvP. Yeah. Why do you ask? Hello, Cat Yoy. I'm sorry, secret project today. No foot cam for you. I'm denied the feat. I told you. Tier 69. It only unlocks at a level 69 hype train. And then I will also make you guys a gasm emote. Hi, Fire Monsters. Hi, Pocket Roddy. How are you? Hello, Miko. Welcome in. Yeah, you missed it. You missed it, Kat. We were even talking about you and trying to summon you. How dare you not be here for every single minute of every single one of my streams? Stop flirting with... listen. It's not me. And also, it's not my fault. You guys are a bunch of weirdos. I mean... I'm a weirdo, too. Hi, Rue. How are you, Rue? I love you. Okay, now what do I do? I'm gonna be done with this today. I'm gonna have to come up with something else to do today because I'm gonna be done with this. No, I can't. See, this is the problem. And then I start to go, okay, what's the most important thing for me to work on? And then my brain goes, I don't know.
Yes, queen.
You took your zoo to the zoo, Kat. Oh, how fun. Did you have a good time? Your YouTube is taken off there, Rue. Everybody go follow Rue's YouTube. And also, she has a new Patreon. Do you have the link handy, Rue? Let us know when you're ready and we can get you a permit. You opened a St. Jude campaign, Rom. I love you so much, Rom. You're so tired. Oh, my God. I feel you. It's okay. You're going to make it. You're gonna make it after all.
Howdy. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Tired streamer, thank you for 8 months. Thank you, tired streamer. Thank you so much.
Yes, queen.
Tired streamer, what color chicken do you want to be? Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white? hands the two. Yeah, I'm good. Oh my God, my husband, you know, you get like the memories. Pink. You get the memories of, you know, your kids and stuff. He sent me a picture of the boys when we lived in Colorado for a year when they were about 5 and 3. Ramona was born, and we brought her home to the house that we rented when we moved back to Oregon the following year. So she's not even a twinkle in anybody's eye. Here, let's go ahead and do your chicken. Thank you so much, Tired Streamer. How you doing today, Asher? You love him, you swear, but the zoo on Sunday was like having 3 kids. Oh my God. It's hard. There's some things that people are better at than others. I'm not very good at some, you know, kind of pretty typical.
Welcome to the fart zone.
Adulting stuff. Senpai, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Senpai, what color egg do you want to be? We're already opening up the bowl. Tired Streamer, you're a pink chicken. Red Pandy Parda.
To the fart zone. To the fart zone.
Welcome in. Welcome to the fart zone.
To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. Welcome to the
Oh, that sounds yummy, Buttercup. Green. You got it. All right. Here's the chicken for you, Tired Streamer. Just resubscribe for 8 months. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm a full-time content creator. Paid recurring subscriptions help me to continue doing this by not only directly supporting the channel, but helping us to maintain our participation in helping us to maintain, it keeps the farts flowing, helping us to maintain participation in Plus program, which means we get a 60-40 split on your sub and every single other Tier 1 sub and gifted Tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. 3, 2, 1. And then we got to put a green egg in here for you. Soundpage, how was your stream? Thank you so much for rating in. I really appreciate the support. It's so very kind. And Red Pandy Parda, welcome. Hope you're doing well. 3, 2, 1. Yes, please let us know if you have somewhere that we can come out and support what you do. We love supporting our friends. I'm working on a secret crochet project today. I am mostly a makers and crafting streamer. I've been streaming for almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years in August. You were testing out your new embroidery frame today. You finally got one. How did that go for you? That's awesome. New embroidery frame, huh? I'm a full-time content creator from the Pacific Northwest. I'm a mom of 3. We have 3 dogs, 2 cats, and my husband and I own and operate a TCG, TTRPG, and comic book shop in St. Helens, Oregon called Pantheon Comics and Games. If you're in Columbia County, Oregon, come and see us sometime. We're about 30 to 45-minute drive outside of Portland. And what else should I tell you? I am a founder of the Artists and Makers Club here on the platform. Twitch invited me to be a founder against their better judgment. I'm a member of the Twitch Women's Guild, and we do a lot of stuff for charity here, including St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I haven't yet started my Play Live Challenge Season campaign in earnest. I'll be fundraising the 19th through the 23rd. So please make sure you come by that week. We'll have a lot of fun special stuff planned, including maybe making up some obligations I have to chat with some charity streams from before. I owe you guys a mime bread baking stream, an Ale and Tail Tavern stream with crowd control enabled. I still owe you guys. It's not charity related, I don't think. Or was it? A chicken onesie hot tub stream. What? Wow. That's a thing I've seen now. That's hilarious. It's so nice to have the frame. It comes with a table stand so your hands are free to stitch. We do some cross stitch here. I have our two main charities that we work with are St. Jude and Starlight, and I have a Starlight piece that I've been working on that I'm trying to get into the next side of it here. Oh, thank you, Buttercup. That's so kind. And there's never any pressure to do any of it, but it is all very much appreciated. Would that ruin the onesie? I've reserved the right, Mateo, to interpret hot tub. And no, I'm not talking about green screening, but I've reserved the right to interpret the term hot tub stream. To put my spin on the meta. Thank you, Buttercup. I really appreciate it. You know, you're not just supporting me when you support the channel and my content. You're supporting our charities. I'm able to do what I do for charity because of your support. So thank you. Because if I had to work a full-time job, I'd still be able to do charity, but I wouldn't be able to do it to the level that we do it here. Interpretive dance hot tub. Creator clubs and guilds are different, but they serve a similar purpose in that they are there to help people who are from traditionally underrepresented groups on the platform to improve their broadcasts, to network with one another, to build up their small business of being creators. And in the case of the Creator Club with the artists and makers, you know, we are all, most of us all promoting, at the very least, we're promoting creativity and art, but many of us are also, you know, in business for ourselves, selling our art, whether that's designs or finished pieces, etc. So I think it's cool that they're finally working with that population. A lot of people for a long time, you know, made the claim that Twitch didn't want to support people who were artists on the platform because most of us are trying to, you know, be in business for ourselves. But I think this is proof positive that they're coming around and they understand that supporting people who are running small businesses and streaming at the same time is smart and healthy for the platform. And we have a direct line to Twitch staff through that server, and they've been amazing. Yeah, Creator Club hype. And later in the month, on the 22nd, we are going to have an artists and makers raid train. If you are in the creator clubs and you haven't looked at that schedule yet, quite a few of the slots have been snatched up already. But if you are not already, if you have not already looked at that, please make sure you take a peek at it and see if any of the remaining slots work for you. You'll go and finish your evening routine, then put your new... Oh, thank you. Oh, Buttercup, no, stop that. You are encouraging me way too much. Artists and makers raid train through the creator clubs, yes. Starting on the 22nd and going all the way through. The 22nd is, I think, a Thursday, right? Yeah. Going all the way through Monday, the 25th. So make sure when you go into that channel in the Discord server for the creator clubs, if you're in the club, you have to be in the club first to be able to participate. Make sure that you go take a peek at the post under Spring Raid Train. What does it say? It's Spring. Let me expand this. Spring Raid Train 2025, not the interest thread, but the one that says Spring Raid Train 2025. If you can't see some of these channels and threads, make sure you uncheck the box in the server that says show. What does it say? It's like show all channels. If you go into to the top of a server, in large servers, sometimes they start hiding channels for you because otherwise, you know, it's like a lot. If you feel like you're not seeing things that you should be seeing, make sure you have that show all channels box checked in the server. It's under Artists and Makers Spring Raid Train 2025 in the AM Collabs channel under the Artists and Makers category in the Creator Club server. And we are also still looking for helpers. We are still looking for helpers. So please take a peek in there. And there is a pinned post in that channel as well. That pinned channel. That pinned post in the channel. It has a when2meet.com when to meet schedule where people can indicate their availability to help out with the raid train. Currently, there is one spot where we are kind of a little light. There's actually more than one spot. There's Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. Pacific, and also later in the evening and overnight, Friday into Saturday. Early on Sunday. Well, I guess that would be like overnight for us on Pacific time zone on Sunday. So you can, on all of these sites, make sure that they are displaying for you in your local time zone. And if you're not in the club, I don't know what you're waiting for if you stream art, making, creative type stuff. Please apply. The applications are open now permanently for the guilds and for the clubs. And they admit people on a rolling basis. The guilds tend to admit in big batches a little bit less frequently. But if you've applied in the past and you're not certain if your application was received, the best thing that you can do is there's two things for the guilds. We're talking specifically now about the guilds and not the creator clubs. The guilds are there to lift up traditionally underrepresented identities on the platform. So there are 4 guilds: Women's Guild, Latin Guild, Black Guild, and Pride Guild. Yes, you can apply to any of them that you identify. You know, if you have one parent who's Black and one who's Latin, and you are LGBTQIA+ and a woman or femme identifying, then you could apply to all 4. You would qualify to apply to all 4. But you need to be forthright, and you need to fill out the streamer survey in your dashboard. If you have not filled that out, you need to fill it out. That's how they determine your eligibility. So make sure you've got that filled out, that it's current, and then apply to whichever guilds you feel your identity aligns with. The Women's Guild has been an amazing resource for me. I've met some super cool people. We raided out to Catatonia yesterday who I met through the Twitch Women's Guild. And I've met a lot of other really amazing people through that guild. Our leaders are Meadow and Ash Said Hi. And they've done a fabulous job taking over for the first batch of leaders that we had, which was Chelsea Bites and Coco Confession. Each guild has leaders who are Twitch streamers who are there to help coordinate, help advise, and administer the program. There's also Twitch staff in there, and it's been an amazing program, and there's a lot of cross-guild stuff that happens. 1000 Dreams Fund has been working closely with the Twitch Women's Guild to raise funds to send women and femme-identifying streamers to TwitchCon. Hi, Cobalt Bunny. How are you? Welcome in. So, you know, lots of ways for you to connect with other people on the basis of things like what kind of content do you create, identity, and all sorts of other stuff. So please make sure you're taking advantage of these opportunities. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm not deserving, I'm not worthy, for any number of reasons, right? For one thing, with the creator clubs, if you only stream art a few times a month, that is perfectly okay, as long as you have verifiable examples of you streaming your art on your channel, i.e. you have clips where you're in Makers and Crafting or art. You have VODs that are there from the last, couple of months where, like, once a week you do your crocheting or your cross stitch. Don't pull a Wayne and Garth Weird Outworthy. Hi, Walter. How are you? Yeah, exactly. It's rainy and gross outside there. Prime crochet and coffee weather. Ooh. Yeah, there's all these ways that you can talk yourself out of thinking that you're worthy of these opportunities. Don't do that to yourself. Apply for 1000 Dreams Fund Broadcaster Grant. Apply for the Twitch Women's Guild, the Pride Guild, the Black Guild, the Latin Guild. Apply for the creator clubs. And there's 6 creator clubs as well. There's the Artists and Makers, Coding and Co-working, Music, DJs, IRL, and VTubers. So if you do more than one of those, once you're admitted, after you've been active in the server for a little while, you can ask to have more than access to more than one part of the server for all these different creator clubs. Personally, I'm in Artists and Makers as a founder, but I also belong to the IRL club because we do IRL every once in a while. Okay, so you just have to ask for that role once you've been there and you've shown some somewhat consistent activity for a couple of weeks. They want to make sure it's genuine and that people aren't just joining and then not, you know, using the program at all. And also, if you don't have any verifiable broadcast history in that category, they might not admit you at first, and then you would just need to show that you are actually streaming in it. But it's been great. It's been really awesome. And this raid train is yet another example of how this program can work well for us. And they even said it when we were doing the info session about Raid Pal with Pix. You don't have to wait for us as founders or Twitch staff to organize a raid train. Let's say that you are a chibi emote artist and you have a bunch of other friends who are all chibi emote artists and you guys are all community over competition and you love raiding each other and you're kind of a niche, but you want to run you know, your own event. You want to do a raid train where you're all raiding out to each other because you're all similar art styles or whatever, or even just emote artists or something like that. That is highly encouraged. Use the space for that reason. The only time you aren't worthy is if you're scamming them. Well, yeah. And we talked about that yesterday. You know, how art theft is not acceptable. It won't be tolerated. And that issue is, as far as I'm concerned, that's case closed. And I hope to not ever have to do anything like that in the future again. But, you know, that's part of the responsibility that we have to our communities is to make sure that we're addressing it if there's an issue. So, but yeah, welcome in if you came on the read with Sampage. And Sampage, thank you so much for reading in. And if you need to get going at all, if you have things you need to do with your day, you know I understand. But we're always happy to have people hang out with us after raids. Oh, yeah, I thought maybe you might be making a reference to that. But anyways, keeping it focused on the positive and onward and upward, one of the things that I need to do that those of you who are also in Patreon will start seeing is I'm going to start putting out tester calls for some patterns that I need to write up. And people who are Fourth Wall members and Patreon pledges get first dibs. And tier 2 and up here on the platform. Tier 2 and up. I really appreciate those of you who go out of your way to support Extra. So thank you very much for believing in what I do. And that way you get the pattern for free. You don't have to pay for it. There is a Ravelry pattern discount associated with different tiers for different percentages through Patreon. Currently, I just have the 2 patterns. Irony, a Mogwai mug that... Yeah. Indeed. So I'm sewing together pieces on a secret project, so I can't really show you what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Am I, though? And thank you very much if you're hanging out over on YouTube. Liking the live stream over there does actually help. That's extra engagement. And thank you to those of you that are already subscribed to... Subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you, thank you. I'm getting very close. Very close to YouTube partner level 2. Thank you, Cranston. We have ads incoming on Twitch in 90 seconds. And that's what we're trying to do over on YouTube is to get ad revenue on shorts and long form videos, i.e. VODs. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I think I figured out which are the front legs and which are the back legs. I didn't keep them separate, and they're very similar, only slightly different. Time to stab the yarn till it makes fancy shapes. Cool. Sounds good. Take your time, though, okay? Please take your time. I am... I am so appreciative of people who raid the channel. I can't express my gratitude sufficiently. I need to zoom in a little bit on these pictures, I think. Okay. I hate pinning. I really hate pinning pieces, but it does yield better results. See, and then another thing is, like, when you are doing this where you've got two identical pieces and you're pinning them on, they look different, right? On the different sides a little bit. So then it's hard to, like, line them up properly sometimes because the top of them doesn't look quite the same. And then I keep sitting here second guessing myself and not being able to, like, figure out if I'm putting it in the right place or not. And then I move it. I move one of them. And then I have to move the other one. And then that one, then the other one doesn't look right. So then I have to move that again. And sometimes I feel like I'm just better at sewing things on when I just eyeball it. When I just go, you know what? I'm just sewing it on. But then other times it goes horribly wrong. Oh, we have that 90-second ad break that's going right now. Maybe just about to finish up. It's that time of year, and I'm having to, like, try and keep all of these intruders out of my house. Which is very difficult in an older house. All right. If you got an ad break just now, thank you so much for staying through it on Twitch. I really appreciate it. When I was at the shop on Sunday, I was talking with a couple of kids that we have. I mean, they're not like kids. They're like young adults. Well, one's an older teen and one is 20, early 20 something, and they were in with their dad and they were painting all their like I think they're like Warhammer stuff. And we were talking about Gundam and Gunpla and how I want to get my yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, and this time of year, there's all kinds of other little creepy crawlies that are coming out, like spiders and stuff like that. And little winged friends that you really got to watch out for, because some of them, especially if they get into your cloth stuff, can damage it. And so one thing I really need to work out with, like reorganizing in here, is proper yarn storage, including putting things into plastic bags instead of just having it out. I mean, you can store it just sitting out, but then you need to do some very serious, like, regular cleaning, and I can't get to every corner of every spot in this house like I would need to be able to. Ants. We do have trouble with ants because there's kids and dogs, and so there's just constant, regular sources of nutrition for them. And I've managed to keep them under control a little bit better over the last 6 months or so. They're not as big of an issue as they were. We had a problem for a minute there. Food everywhere, even when there isn't. Exactly, because the thing is, even if I keep the counters spotless, Walter, there's no way I can keep all the crumbs and all the little, you know, it's just, it's really tough. And the pets usually consume all of their food that I put out on the floor for them right away. And I try not to keep bags where they would be readily accessible, like open bags of pet food where they'd be readily accessible. I need to get some airtight containers for their dry kibble. Because I have, like, the cat food that we buy has a sealable, the bag is resealable. Your cat licks his crumbs. Your 16-year-old doesn't. Oh, my God. The dogs make sure any food put out on the floor for the pets is all gone. No matter which food it is. If it's readily accessible and on the floor, the dogs are gonna take care of it. Which is, you know, you have to be careful, because sometimes, like, I'm like, hey guys, macadamia nuts, poisonous to dogs. Grapes, raisins, poisonous to dogs. Chocolate, poisonous to dogs. And dogs, bless their heart, are the sweetest animals, and they're really dumb about eating stuff that could kill them. Dogs, goats, they all work. When Heracles was just a tiny puppy, like maybe 10 weeks old, I brought home a bag of grapes. Finnegan makes himself a whole big bowl of grapes. A grape falls off of the vine and rolls onto the floor, and tiny little, like, 6-pound, or however big he was, 6-pound puppy just swallows a whole green grape like that, like instantly. And I had to induce vomiting because grapes can be really bad for dogs, and he was so tiny. I had to induce vomiting. The vet actually told me I did exactly what I was supposed to. You know, you should proceed with caution in doing that. But the best thing you can possibly do is make sure that they don't actually digest it. Your doggo will absolutely find that one piece of dinner dropped on the floor. Yeah, and there's just some foods they really ought not to get hold of. And when he was that little, like now, if he got hold of a grape, that wouldn't be good. But now he's like 30 pounds, 20 or 30 pounds, something like that. But he was itty bitty. And some dogs just cannot. There's like some kind of toxin in grapes that we digest no problem. Doesn't cause us any kind of issues. A skilled dog will catch it before it hits. Dude, both him and our other little guy catch food midair more times than they don't. That's what I ended up doing, Miko. I gave him like a teaspoon or so. At first, I tried to make him vomit with my finger, and that clearly wasn't working. I was like, oh, this isn't good. He's freaked out. He's biting my finger, which obviously he's biting my finger. And because I was panicking. And then I realized I needed to slow down and look up the information. So I looked it up, and you give them, you have to be very sure you're giving the right amount for their weight. So don't do that unless you really, you know what I mean? Our vet ended up saying I did exactly what you're supposed to, but the best thing you can do is try and call, you know, nobody answered, and they were like, oh, okay. The answering service said, well, they'll call you back as soon as they can. But I was just like so panicked. And, so I took care of it, and it stunk. I don't want anyone to have to do what I did. To their animal. It really stunk. Poor baby. He was just... But they did tell me that I did what you know, exactly what you're supposed to do. Oh, he was... I don't want to say he was traumatized. I wouldn't characterize it like that. He certainly wasn't happy about it, and neither was I. But he ended up being okay. So, you know, that's what matters. You have to be very cautious, Walter, that you're using the correct amount. For their weight and everything. And it worked, and that grape came up pretty much whole. He had almost swallowed the dang thing whole. He had barely like crushed it. So I was able to identify that I got like, if not every last bit of it, I got the whole grape. Like it wasn't crushed up in pieces. I could see the whole grape there. Because, yeah, the problem starts when you don't know that they ingested it, then they become sick, and once they're already showing symptoms, depending on how much they've eaten. Anyways, our story ended happily. He's healthy and still a total menace and a troublemaker when it comes to food, but... he is definitely doing just fine. He is such a lover. He's a good little doggy. Oh yeah, he loves food. He's very food motivated. You knew your dog ate too many grapes when he started to oh my god. Squatched, how are the streams going? Shout out to our friend Squatched. Even despite that terrible joke, it's better to let it out. You don't want to bottle these emotions up, dude. that's lovely, Charmander. Who's guilty? Who's the guilty party? Who's the guilty party? You should definitely go complain to them. After you've been here for a little while, you'll understand why. Was it you, Rom? Rusty Rhymes. Yeah, we love Rusty. Rusty's really great. Rusty's an awesome fellow supporter of charity. Rusty and Lady are both amazing. We love Rusty. Shout out to Rusty Rhymes. Well, I'm glad that you found us. Thank you for taking the recommendation to come in and hang out. What kind of stuff do you like to crochet? What's up, Suspicious Ravioli? How are you? This is a secret project. Like, you guys can kind of see what I'm working on every once in a while. It's an animal. I'm just not saying exactly what it is or who it's for because somebody, let's just say someone won a commission from me a while back. And we came up with a plan and one thing led to another and I got very distracted, which is, you know, par for the course for me. And, you know, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to finish that project. Working on it off stream. Working on projects off stream is actually harder for me than you might think. And even though I work slower when I'm on stream, I'm more accountable, if that makes sense. So, oh, tapestries, that's cool. Well, Charmander, if you want to jump into our Discord, we do have a space in there where people are welcome to post pictures of their projects. We have we have many channels where you're welcome to post pictures of your projects because we break it down by type of project a little bit. But we have something called Show and Tell in there, and, you know, we won't look at it again until Monday. But a lot of people post their work in there, and that can mean a lot of things. It doesn't have to be, like, fiber art stuff. And it also could mean, like, hey, I went on vacation and I took some really cool pictures of places I went to. We want to get to know you better. So that doesn't have to just be projects or things that you made. It could be a really nice meal you went out for and you want to show off your delicious sushi and make me jealous. Or maybe your ravioli. Have you ever made ravioli? Have you ever done a ravioli making stream? Sus? I mean, I know that the nickname comes from something else, but last year for National Ravioli Day, you made ravioli from scratch. Never again. What did you put in them? What went in the ravioli? That's hilarious. You're like, yeah, not doing that again. That's so funny. You're like, never, never, ever. Yeah, I was gonna get into that. Thanks, Miro. So I want to make sure that we don't make you feel too self-conscious about this. Exactly what Miro said at the end. We're so happy to promote other people, but sometimes if you go into someone's channel and if you mention in your first chat that you also stream, you're gonna get a ban. A lot of people have no self-promo rules. And even if they don't strictly have like a no self-promotion, just, I don't know, consider how it might feel if you were that person and the first thing that the person starts talking about is that they also stream. I'm not sensitive about it, man. I love supporting other people who stream. I'm all about community over competition. But I just don't, if you're new to the platform, I don't want you to feel like nobody told you and then you go in someone else's channel and you say, yeah, I'm a new streamer. And they go, ban. And you're like, what did I do? And I know that, and especially because you got a recommendation, you know, from a friend. We love that, and I love Rusty. Just something to know, etiquette. It is important, and there is sort of an accepted etiquette. And unfortunately, the reason for it is that a lot of people have just been burned by so many people. You know, they've ended up where they're like, wow, just all anybody wants to do when they come into the thing that I'm doing is to talk about their stuff. And we want to support you. We want to talk about your stuff. Wary, especially with a first-time message, because that's your first that's our first impression of you. Hi, Ghost. So it's like, oh, is that all you're here for? Do you just want us to talk about what you're doing? And I'm not assuming that's what you are, you know, that's what you meant. But it's important that you understand it. The noodles were a pain in the butt to make. You'll never make them from scratch again. Ah, you know, if you have a nice specialty grocery store near you, they might actually sell sheets of pasta that you can then put through a machine. Or if you have a ravioli stamp, uh-oh. Yeah, see, I didn't pin this one. Yeah. The tail, it needs to go a little lower. You did it with a hand roller in a dream. My husband, after I had our first child, made me nettle pesto ravioli. It was so good. With nettles that were wild foraged nettles that we had gone out and hiked and picked ourselves. He knew exactly what he was doing when he wooed me with food. I got a kiddo requesting that I help him with his phone at school so that he can identify plants in botany class. And so far, he has not... It seems like it's all above board. He's been pretty good. Hasn't gotten in trouble for trying to use his phone at school. I mean, I have it locked down most of the time. There's a strict rule against it, but all the teachers are letting them use it for different purposes, like when they need it. Like plant identification is so hard. You're waiting on MSG from Amazon to make some katsudon? Oh my god. Gib. What did you put in the ravioli, though? I must know. Did you let chat make you put unhinged stuff in there? Or did you actually make, like, something that was delicious? Or was it maybe a little of both? Were you like... If it was delicious, it would have been unsuspicious ravioli. Well, there's a whole story behind it, behind the username. Guys, please go check out our new friend, Suspicious Ravioli. Thank you so much for popping in here again. You're awesome. Not family friendly, but hilarious. Very funny. You made something delicious for cheese. You did use that concept for another idea with a cake once. Never again. Interesting how when streamers give chat control over, you know, letting us, like, making us have to eat something, the general consensus, the general consensus is never again. I wonder why that is. Gee. I think it was a 1000 Dreams fundraiser where I ate 10 regular Bean Boozled. You see no connection. Crazy. 10 regular Bean Boozled at once. Even the thing where I said, okay, you guys, get me to $1,000 for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and I'll eat this whole tin. Like, it wasn't... It wasn't this... It wasn't this few. It was more... Was it more? Was it more than what's in here? I said, get us to $1,000 for St. Jude and I'll eat every single one of these. These are the spicy ones. Yeah, it's not, it will increase your sodium, right? Monosodium glutamate. But yeah, it's not, yeah, boo indeed. People intentionally misunderstanding food, you know, stuff. It's just, anyways. MSG is not as bad, yeah. And I mean, hey, maybe there are people who have genuinely have reactions to it, just like anything else. Just like tree nuts, just like certain types of food colorings and preservatives and stuff like that. And that doesn't mean that, you know, we all have to avoid it, right? It's made from a certain seaweed. Yeah, exactly. It's naturally derived. It's umami. Doggo got some playtime in her evening meds. Ooh, yay. And also, I mean, like, dude, let's be real. It freaking tastes good. You were told your family has reactions to it. You'll see what happens. Yeah, and who knows, right? Like, I think now there's a little bit better information out there and ways to determine whether or not you're actually allergic or reacting to something. But I don't know about MSG. I don't know if there's, like, testing for that. Nowadays it's more yeah. Like my grandmother used to be like, there's no MSG in this, right? And she would say it so loud. Yeah, you said no MSG. Oh my God. My grandma Alice, she used to just like grill the servers at every Asian food restaurant we went to about MSG. The history of MSG being bad is not the best. Well, unfortunately, the history of humans is not always the best. And I think that we, you know, one of the kind of beautiful things about sort of the information age, right, is being able to recognize that. History of humans is inaccurate. It seems to become more so with each telling. Well, yeah. So this is a pet. I can tell you that. And I can tell you it is a dog. Doge. I forget, Ravioli, do you have pets? You want a Varen? Anyone who's ever played Mass Effect will know what you're talking about. Varen. History is written by the winners, and as you are a winner, you choose to log the history of this stream. The night is 17. Thank you, Redtastic. And we'll be selling. Green screen, add shorts. You have your cat Cleo and a tarantula named Charlotte. Oh, I love that. We have another friend who has tarantula pals that hangs out in the stream, who just started streaming, Arlandria83. You have your cat Cleo and your tarantula Charlotte. Do they ever interact? I'm curious about that. She's a rose hair. You've had her since she was 6 months. She's almost 11 now. Hi, Elase. How are you? Oh, is this like an enormous animal in the game? You have a picture of Cleo sitting on top of her enclosure. Oh, wow. Sick today, but otherwise good. You have about 12 others as well. They're gorgeous creatures. Oh, my gosh. Walter, I didn't know you had that many. That's crazy. I think spiders are super cool. I understand that not everybody loves them. But I think a lot of them are just misunderstood. Like, I don't want anything to do with a brown recluse, okay? But, like, neither does the brown recluse want anything to do with me. It's called a recluse for a reason. Your friend has 30 spiders? Holy heck. Leggy boys. Hi, Smokey. You tell me your favorite, but it changes by day. Today, your favorite is sea versicolor. You like looking at them. Holding them is a no. I feel like tarantulas would be different for some reason. It's like they're huge, but it would be different. And that's why? Because they're so huge? You haven't handled your spooter since you first got her. After she molted, you were like, nah. Oh, really? Holding them is a bad idea for a few reasons. New World tarantulas have urticating hairs that will mess you up. Okay, so you don't handle them. You just feed them and keep them, feed them and keep them, comfy. Old world tarantulas tend to have harsher venom. That's what 60s era itching powder was made from. You should wear eye protection, cleaning enclosures and such. They flick their hairs at you as a defense mechanism. And if it ends up in your eye, bye, lol. Oh my god. This is a surprise commission that was actually won through Moco's, and the person asked me to gift the commission to another person. So I came up with a target. So I can't tell you what it is or who it's for. I did tell everybody it is a dog and it was their pet. There's the hairs of some species can get into the air, into the throat. Oh my gosh. That does not sound fun. Makes me feel like I shouldn't feel so put out by having to clean a cat box. And girl kitty does not go outside of our backyard. Boy kitty, on the other hand. Boy kitty cannot be contained. Fart, much as I like a fart. Much as I his motto is better out than in. He can't. And that's really hard for me because I would keep him inside to keep him safe, but he's just so much happier as a indoor outdoor. So I may not get as much time with him, but he is so much happier. And he helps control the neighborhood rodent population. He came from barn cat lineage, and I think some animals, man, you just can't, you cannot contain. They're like, nope, I won't be cooped up in a house all the time. You know? pup in the pictures of the pup show that it has very
Someone just subscribed to the YouTube channel.
Thank you. We've reached 0 subscribers. Thanks, Stream Elements. Stream Elements, go home. You're drunk. Thank you. Whoever did that. It can sometimes be somewhat delayed, so thank you if you subscribe to the YouTube. That's very kind. I super appreciate it. So this dog is very floofy, so I'm just brushing. I'm brushing out the yarn a bit. This is actually a pet slicker, ironically.
Thanks to it, Zach
I want to
Rutledge,
thank
for
you
my
from the bottom of
sub
my heart.
Oh, Duo! Hi, Duo! Duo! Thank you. Thank you so much to Zach for that 3-month gift sub to Duo. Duo, how you doing? How you duoing? How are you, friend? Duo is so amazing, you guys. Please make sure you're following both Duo and our friend Zach Rutledge, who gifted that sub to Duo. How are you? Are you guys ready? How much longer? I bet you're getting really excited. What color do you want for your chicken, friend? You get to pick a resin chicken color. Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white. Refire the... No, it's course 2. It's course 2. Oh my goodness. Just playing the waiting game. Baby's due the 19th, so anytime. Wow. I'm so excited for you. Duo and his wife are expecting their first baby. I'm so happy for you. We'll have to once things settle down and you're in the swing of things and everything with the baby, we'll have to do a collab again. I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it. We just had some stuff come up. Really, you know, you'll understand. It was my husband only has every other weekend off for one thing. I know, and I know you understand. You're awesome. You're like one of the coolest and like most like chill. Duo's great. He's very like he really loves video games. He is really into video games, but it's such a wholesome and a fun and relaxing place in his streams. So please make sure you're following our friend. Here's your little chicken. Thank you to Zach for that gift sub for our friend Duo. And he does a lot of cross stitch, and he's really good at cross stitch. And he also does some knitting and crochet, so crafting and gaming. He's been streaming forever. But like just such a sweet person and so welcoming to everyone. So I'm sure, you know, your kiddo's gonna have the coolest dad, man. And mom too, I'm sure. I'm not had the pleasure of meeting your lady on stream. I think she hadn't been on stream until your partner celebration and baby shower. Is that correct? That was like the reveal. My husband's never on stream. He doesn't, it's not his thing. He was also back at house, so he cusses like a sailor. It's not her thing either, but she was a good sport and did amazing. Hey, I just hope she's comfortable as she can be at this point in the process, because this is where you're like, get this thing out of me. With my second child, it felt like I was walking around with a bowling ball between my knees. Sorry, is that too much? Is that TMI? I'm sorry. Am I, though? When you're ready to pop, man, it sucks. Second trimester is great. Hoo, hoo, ha, ha, he. You did this to me! Yep. And then you realize when they're on the outside, they're a whole lot more work. and it's fun and you love it and you would do anything for them. I love all 3 of my kids to the ends of the earth. I still sing to my 8-year-old every night. She's my baby. She's growing up so fast right in front of me. It's crazy. My boys are 13 and 15.
Someone's just
Thank
subscribed
you.
to the YouTube
Thank you so
channel.
much. Thank you. Yeah, but you know what? Again, you would do anything for them, so it's perfectly all right. I'm kind of ruining it here right now. I mean, you guys don't know who it's for. You don't know. You don't know nothing. You didn't see anything. I know. I joke about that all the time, Walter. I say, yeah, I'll be crying into my empty sink, my empty, spotless sink when they've all left me to go off and have lives of their own, which, you know, I'll be happy for them. And I don't know. I mean, who knows? You know, they might not leave as early as I did, partly because things just are expensive, you know, right now. And if they want to stay with us while they're going to college or working until they can, you know, really afford to live on their own, I would never tell them no. I love them. I do look forward to having a bit more freedom once they're all fully grown, you know, because then, you know, you don't have to put as much of your scheduling around them. But, I mean, that's what, you know, you're signing up for. So I'm just brushing out the yarn a little bit to give this a little bit more of a fuzzy appearance because the pup in question has very floofy hair. And if you didn't know you could do that, this is just a wire pet slicker, and it's what I use. You stayed at home till you moved in with your now wife, Italian life. Yeah. Mamma mia. I love that you both have. I love that. I was just going to say suspicious ravioli. I was just going to say suspicious ravioli also has. Suspicious Ravioli, Duo MTL. Duo MTL, Suspicious Ravioli. When Duo reads in, he makes me want cannolis every single time. Gotta double up, though. I know, yeah, you have both directions. It's amazing. It's so great. Oh, my goodness. We were talking about homemade ravioli. Duo. Oh, my goodness. We're trying to get Sus Rav on the, yeah, oh my God, cannoli are so amazing. We're trying to get Sus Rav on the crochet train here. Now the problem is I should have brushed this out before embroidering because I don't want to brush out the embroidery. Lesson learned. I wasn't sure if I was going to brush or if I was going to try to attach yarn. Where's the drop, chat? Your partner manages an Italian restaurant part-time, so you get free cannolis? What? I've been so busy and still trying to manage things post-surgery, but you do plan to give Crochet a second attempt. Totally. Listen, if you have questions, I'm here. I also do not believe in making people feel like they have a bunch of people like looking over their shoulder going like, are you doing it? 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 Because I don't like that. So like, let me know if you want help. Now imagine me dancing around in the green screen shorts to this. I think I might have to make this a thing now. Maybe not shorts. It could be a number of things. I have a green screen bodysuit. I already have a green screen bodysuit. Can you imagine? You so appreciate that. You'll for sure need tips when you give it a go. Do I have a YouTube channel where I post? This is, it's coming soon, TM. You know, the issue is filming and editing takes time that I will probably have a little more time for over the summer. Speaking of, I need to confirm with my... And my husband needs more help at the shop. Oh, it's hard. There's a lot of people who do not, so that's why I recommend Woobles, because they really explain every... Nero, you've been here too long. Not that you're allowed to go anywhere. I stabbed my thumb. It's not serious. Here. I don't think we're ruining the surprise. I'm gonna show it to you because it's done. I'm not gonna say who it's for. I'll take proper pictures. I won't post them on socials until it's arrived to the person. It's their... Yeah, it's a cute pattern. If anybody wants the pattern, let me know. The pattern doesn't say to brush out, but the puppy was fluffy. I might still brush a little bit more, but I'm gonna let it sit for now before I do that, because I feel like now I'm kind of nitpicking, you know? Yeah, and this person is not expecting it. They don't know that this is coming their way. And huge thanks to King Louis, who was the person who won the commission, and we conspired to do this for the person. Your daughter has a dog she named Brown Gravy. She calls him Gravy. That dog reminds you of the breakfast version of her dog. We have a friend named Gravy Time. And the unsub command is just telling him to go ahead and unsub already. And I know he was streaming for a minute there. He kind of comes and goes. You know, he's got full-time work and kiddo and all that stuff. So, you know, some people it's hard for them to find time to stream. And he's done stuff for charity, which is really awesome. He jumped in and helped out with Quill Tony's create-a-thon for curing kids. And then they figured out they lived close enough that they could do hair dyeing in person. And Quill Tony dyed his hair, so they got to meet in person. She got to meet Gravy's wife and kid. And, you know, that's so cool to me, is like people who end up being IRL friends, you know, through streaming. Obviously, make sure you're being safe and careful. But, you know, both of them are great. And so I think it's really cool that they got to meet. Yeah. Just so happened to be from the same area of Canada. So funny. We have an ad incoming. I'm going to step away for a second. Let's do a little longer ad to turn off the pre-rolls for a little bit longer. So thank you for staying through this break. It's going to be about a 5-minute break while I step upstairs and check on my pups and make sure I'm all set to go for the rest of the day. Thank you guys so much for being here. That project has been in the works for a really long time, and I'm super happy to have it finished so I can send it out to the person. So thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. It really helps me to get things done when I do them here live on the stream. If I tell myself I'm going to do something off stream, like sometimes I'm great at like hyper focusing and getting a lot done all at once. And then other times I just keep going, yeah, I'm going to do that tonight. And then I just forget. And then I'm going to do that tomorrow. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to do it the next day. Oh no, now there's something way more important that came up. You know what I mean? So I might have to do this with projects that aren't meant to be done on stream. Just do them like out of your view, but sit here and chat with you because it really helps me. So thank you guys. I'll be back after this ad break. Thank you for staying around. See, subs get snapped. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just do it!
It's so...
This is what a normal piece of pizza is supposed to look like. Look at that abomination. It's not,
Get out of the way!
it's not an abomination.
They're trying to watch me suffer!
I have real children. I have three children that came from the inside of me. Why did I say it like... Why do I say these things?
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, hun. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? Is the question. And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, it's such a mess in here. Yeah! You're in there with me!
Clip this. 1,000 subscribers, I will do 24 hours. You heard it here. You can clip it. Go right ahead. If we get 1,000 subscribers, I will do 24 hours. I'm not doing 24 hours until we get 1K subscribers. I'm sorry. I can't. Ooh, piece of candy. 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 Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, you're like, get good, Jess Martin. No, I'm kidding. Hi, Tysees. It's so hard. How are you supposed to do that in creative? It's an unrealistic expectation. So, would you like to tell a knock-knock joke?
He just got double shushed.
You got double shushed. You got shushed in stereo. Clip it. You got shushed in stereo. Ha!
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, good save. That was my fault. I
have reflexes.
Hello, welcome to 9.5 Kitchen, where we're going to be making the most basic ass Midwestern chili you've ever seen.
I'm never coming out.
They're ewy. They're ewy. I don't like them. Mommy,
Whoa!
Mommy, I wonder if I like them. That's enough for you.
Oh my god. Hey dude, I like spicy stuff.
You like it? You're gonna have a yucky face.
I have.
Please. You have no clothes on. No.
I'm sorry, I'm woefully, no, I haven't. Woefully undereducated. Oh my god, she just smeared her hand that has like pumpkin pie filling all over my face. You're a mess. I break your stream. She says, I break your stream. It's you, you're a witch, dude. Full on, fully chaotic evil. So this is a game to you guys, huh? You think this is all just fun and games? There's people out here with reputations at stake as Stream Raiders partners. I need to see every single one of you out there with at least 6 units. I want to see everybody placing 69 units apiece in this battle. I want 420 units on this battlefield. Stat! You heard what I said. I'm not saying it again. Thank you for the sub! Are you clearing my... Raz... I think Raz was just clearing my, They're having a bit war!
Okay.
Hey, you're supposed to, you know what?
Do more bits!
No! Somebody clip that! Clip my kid going, do more bits!
Yes, I do know that you want me to play scrims with you, but I don't think I'm good enough for that. People up here?
Bussin' on God, no cap bet. Hey, yo. Wow. Wow. Oh no. I've been rickrolled. You rickrolled me. We're no strangers to death.
Sour cream. I was thinking about using apple cider vinegar. I'm not gonna put in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberry. Okay. 1 yellow cucumber.
Did you make it?
That was perfect. That was perfect. Right at the end. Next order of business.
No.
Okay, bye, 9.
Tuna! What? Like you wouldn't do the same thing, Tuna! Okay?
He's resin
Oh my
his
god!
hand.
Oh my god! Help me! me, you wouldn't do the same thing. There's a rift to go. Hell yeah. All right. The little dogs are okay out in the backyard for a little while. I'm eating a chocolate almond because I can. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Miro. Hi, Chris. So many whips. So little time. Try to finish the handle on this bag that nobody asked for. And I'm just making it up. I'm just making it up as I go along. There's no pattern. I just decided I was going to try and use up some cotton yarn I had. Because I have a problem and I can't walk by yarn in a store and not at least think about buying it. I mean, you could just say I'm just making a bag. I'm terrible. Poor Miro. Poor mods. I'm like, why do we have to do things consistently? Who cares? Nobody cares! You don't have to do it. Don't worry about it. Because we're just going to be live for like... trying to think. Almost done with this handle. But I am going to crochet around the sides of it. Oh, yeah. Or like, dude, Dollar General, Mindy.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
45 months. Ron, that is wild. Thank you.
Yes, Queen Slay.
So very much, friend. 45 hecking months. What color chicken do you want to be? Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white? Love you, Dawn. Thank you so much, friend. Pink, you got it. Thank you for supporting whatever this is. For 45 5 months. That's you're creeping up on the 4-year mark. Stop it. Get some help. I appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you. They just need to stock red, black, white, and green. Do you want to be light pink or dark pink, Dawn? I have 2 shades of pink chickies. Light pink, you got it. All right. The bowl of Boknificence. And then you go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Ugh, why are you talking about Christmas already? It's only May. Christmas doesn't even exist right now. All tangled up. No, in all seriousness, if you're gonna do like a big market or something, or even if you're just making a bunch of handmade gifts, it's not like it's that outrageous to start now. Some people start right after the previous Christmas, you know, depending on what it is that you're making. I'm just using half double crochet here, a 5.5 millimeter. No, this is a 5.0. Yeah, 5.0. A 5.0 millimeter hook and more or less I was just like, well, you know, I mean, maybe I could give this as a gift. I ended up running out of the cone of yarn that I was like, oh, surely I'll be able to make this and I won't run out. I didn't realize that I was playing yarn chicken, and I have a similar enough cotton variegated yarn that I'm not going to worry about it, but I'm like not sure if I feel comfortable putting it in my shop or anything like that. And when I was on break, I looked and we are at 13 now. We're 13 subscribers away from 1,000 on YouTube, and I'm so thankful to those of you who have already done the thing and hit the button over there. I really appreciate it. It's free, and it could help me to earn ad revenue from my videos. So thank you very much, because it's a no-cost way that you can support me. Just like the sponsorship we're doing with Matchmasters. Just downloading and installing the game can help support what we do here. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do another charity donation from this one. I might not be able to do the full percentage that I did last time, but I'm going to donate a percentage of it to this one. I don't know when the payout will come. If it will come before Play Live is over, we'll donate it to a Play Live campaign. If it won't, then we might hang on and donate it to a teammate for Moco charity. They'll also be doing St. Jude. But later in the summer. 23 more days, which means it would end before the end of May, but that might mean I won't receive a payout for it until 30 days after it ends. So typically I think it's a 30-day payout period. So that would mean June 29th-ish. Oh my gosh. That's what you purchased? Thank you again for doing that. You really didn't need to. All right, let's see how long this handle is now.
someone just subscribed to the YouTube channel.
Thank you. Another one. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, Queen Slay.
Getting so close. Thank you so much. Yas, Queen Slay. Yeah, thank you very much for the subscription on YouTube. I very much appreciate that. No idea if these are people who are actually watching or if they are just being kind and helping out. And or maybe they just found the content and they like it. What a concept. Imagine subscribing to someone's YouTube just because you like what they're doing. No. I don't know what's going on here. It's all twisted up. It's okay. I fixed it. I think. Oh my God, get the bread and the milk out of my store. Puppies are sometimes rejected by their mother if they are born by cesarean and cleaned up before being given back to her. Huh. Ooh, nice. Socks are cool and they're fun, but yeah, there's like certain points in the process which are like a little more complex, like require a bit more concentration and stuff. And if you make mistakes, it's harder to fix them in knitting, I feel like. I mean, I guess I shouldn't assume. Is it a knitted sock? You can crochet socks, but most people knit them. Let's not talk about my crochet. You never got this far. You normally go bracelets. What was I gonna say? Have you never done toe-up socks? And no, I don't mean toe-up like tore up. Chat. I mean socks that you knit from the toe up. Are you bussin' on God? No cap, you bet. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. This is actually crafting related. It's somebody sending me a pattern to test. You're doing shorties for your first sock because miles and miles of straight knitting for the leg makes your brain bleed. Gotcha. Just a spinning circle. Oh my God. Facebook, why? Why Facebook? What yarn are you using? Okay. Everybody's names are purple. Okay. Everyone's name is purple. By the way, all of you are purple right now. Saribot is purple. Scorpion Toya's got it. Scorpion Goddess Toya, purple. Miro, purple. Scorpion Goddess Toya, purple, purple. Possessed Cat, hi. Possessed Cat, purple. Everyone is purple on my screen. Everyone, except for the bot. Literally every person who has chatted. Mother Clucker is yellow. Thank you, Cranston. Cranston's blue. No, don't change your name to purple. Mother Clucker is yellow, but that's a bot. And I thanked the follow. And yes, hello, Possessed Cat. I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. Hi, Raven, who's also purple. Young Panda's blue. Alase is green. On my screen. I don't know. Why do you all have to have your names purple? I understand this is Twitch. Purple is the superior color. I heard purple. Thank you, Alase. Please do not change your name to purple. All of you are purple. I'm gonna have a stroke. You have a Joanne's update. Are we traveling back in time to when that company bought it and stopping it from happening? Is that the plot of the new action thriller movie? They look gray to you. You're confused. You'll be mean another day. The 18th or the 24th. They're not telling you which date. That's like 12 days from now, and they're not telling you. The whole thing is such a mess. I'm sorry, Possessed Cat. Positive? No, Positive. Turn your name back to red. This is not allowed. I'm banning every single person with a purple username. You're all banned. Miro, ban yourself and ban everybody else. Miko, what are you worried about? Your name is white on my screen anyways. That'll be... Oh, no. Second, huh? What did you do, Toya? Did you make a joke about roasting... the streamer roasting their kids on a spit in another channel? And they didn't laugh? They didn't throw their head back and cackle like I did? Which might be slightly concerning. You don't know if you're closing before another store. Farewell, cruel world! No more trucks for you? Oh, yeah. Well, I do hope that you're able to find something else, and that this isn't going to cause you too much stress. You know, they're financially losing your job sucks. I've worked for businesses that were closing before, and the hard part is having to have the conversation about it every single day. And I really hope that people are not being jackwagons to you. You don't need any more. You crocheted enough already. You just want but the only ban you want is a banana. Oh my goodness. What about a bandana? Oh, it was a batch banning that included a lot of us from... Oh. Yes, well... Well, hey, Kat, hang in there. I'm sorry. I know that working retail is already tough enough to begin with. Honestly, Kat, it's the people who are losing their jobs that I thought of first when I heard about this news. And having to deal with, you know, everything to do with the closure on a day-to-day basis, you know, actually inside of the stores. So, you know, soon enough, it'll be a, you know, a closed chapter in your book, but, you know, I realize even if you can't find a replacement job before the place closes, that, you know, while unemployment is available and it is a help and it is something you pay into, it's called unemployment insurance. And it can help, you know, bridge the gap while you look for work when it wasn't your fault that you lost your job, right? That's the whole point of it. It's still only a percentage of what you made before. So I really hope you're able to find something new and even better as quickly as possible. Yeah, I mean, there's just these unethical business practices that, like, at the time seemed like they're a good business decision for, you know, the people up top at any rate. And then when it all comes tumbling down, you know, the people that suffer the most are the folks who are, you know, already maybe kind of possibly might be like on thin ice because they're not getting paid a lot to work at a Joann's, you know, depending on what they do. You know, there might be some retirees that do it because they just want to have a fun job and they like getting a discount or things like that. But, you know, a lot of people who work at stores like that are feeding their families. So again, I hope that you're able to figure something out real quick. Possessed cat. You thought about the Glowforge your local Joann's has, but 25% off wasn't enough to tempt you. The customer's always right on your last nerve. Didn't see it as far as things for this year, but hey, trying to keep skies blue as much as we can. Yeah. I cannot complain too much, you know. You guys are so amazing. You're so good to me. Thank you. I often feel like I don't deserve it, but I know that that's...
Coco señorita, te tocará la canción de mi gente.
Like I don't keep up with things fast enough. Hi, Mom and Dad! Not cool enough. I don't give you guys new things to troll me with often enough. You know. I know, I'm not saying that these things are true. I'm saying these are thoughts that occur to me. Lobster Liquor! How are you? Oh my gosh, Lobster Liquor, it's so nice to see you. How are you, friend? How are you? Oh, hey. It's been a minute. I'm so happy to see you. How are you? How are things? I hope you're doing well. See ya. Only on Twitch, man. Lobster Liquor! Hello, Lobster Liquor. You might have finished socks by the end of the week or a Monday. Ooh. Have you ever done toe up 2 at a time, Zakayla? Lobster season coming in on the 15th. busy time.
I want to
Red
thank
heart
you from the bottom of
emoji.
my heart.
Red heart emoji. Red heart emoji. Red heart emoji.
Lobster!
Red heart emoji.
Thank you.
Red heart emoji. Red
Lobster,
heart
thank you
emoji.
so
Red
much.
heart emoji. Red heart emoji.
Lobster,
Red
thank
heart
you for your
emoji.
9-month
Red heart
resub.
emoji. Red heart emoji. Red heart emoji.
Thank you so much for your 9-month resub. What color chicken would you like to be, Lobster? Light pink, dark pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white? Look at. I did it. I won yarn chicken. This is how much yarn I had left. Let's be a blue chicken. Okay. I don't know. Maybe this is just for me. And then that way I can carry it around and be like, people will be like, oh my God, that's cool. Where'd you get it? I'll be like, I made it. Yeah, that's right. I made it. Just trying to stash bust. And I wanted a wide enough strap that it would... Such swag. The power of I made it. All right, you're a blue chicken. We have to make you into a blue chicken here. Hang on. We have the bowl of Bognificence. Oh, here, where's the... I have a stream deck and sound effects, and I just make the sound effects because I'm me. You're somewhere in there. You are prismatic. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All these little resin chickens. You're a blue chicken and you're in the bowl. You're never coming out. Well, at least not until next month. When we take them all out and we count them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lobsterlicka. Oh my God, it's that time of year, you guys. I need a tissue. Won't stop running. All right. Oh my God. I just looked over at Facebook because I had to log in so I could try and download this pattern. Oh no. How big is the painting? Do you have pictures you could post if you're comfortable sharing? That is tough. I'm sorry to hear that. I just looked over and somebody who I sat next to playing violin in middle school has posted pictures standing next to her, like, literal adult child. I can't believe it. I can't believe that this child is grown. Like, it's really wild. 4 feet by 4 feet. Whoa. That's cool. Take your time, but I'd love to see it if you have time to post pictures in the Discord. That would be awesome. That is freaking wild that this kid is an adult now. Oh no, here we go again. Maybe not. Oh, it's the worst when you think you have to sneeze and you don't. The worst. Oh yeah, we're gonna start testing this pattern. Right? Freaking meow! Right meow, chat. What yarn am I gonna use? Yeah, I should do the dragon scales with these. I love this yarn, but I should save it for dragon scale bags. I have this Hobie yarn that's the Horizon, and I think they say this is a 4-weight. Or maybe a 3. Yeah, this says this is a 3-weight. What is this called for? Well, I should use that yarn that I recommended. Worsted weight and a USJ 6.0 millimeter crochet hook. So this is I'm testing a pattern for the wife of our local librarian because she wants to get more people locally in learning crochet. We're doing it live. I need to go get some yarn from upstairs. I have about 30 more minutes. I think I can get this going. And I want to help her with this because we're going to do some lessons and things like that at the local library. I'll be right back. We could run the ads right now. J hook, huh? Which is what? A 6.0 millimeter? That's a thick hook. Hi, Arlandria. How are you? So, Arlandria, when are you going to stream again? And I saw your post in the Discord. I hope everything works out. House hunting, etc. It can be exciting, but it's also stressful, and yeah. Make a magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, it's the same as closest with a slip stitch. Yeah, she should say that. Okay, that's my first note. Is add comments. You've registered your interest with the landlord house to accept, and he's turned down the last 2 prospective tenants for whatever reason. You're hoping this means it's meant for you, but it could also mean you don't earn nearly enough to rent it. Here, let me just ask. Is it meant to be worked in a spiral? Who knows if she'll see it? Given that it's way below your maximum budget, you're hopeful. Hi, Ether9. How are you? How's the baby? I love you so much. How are you? Baby's good. Oh my God, you're kidding me. He's 3 months old. He's starting to flirt with all the ladies. Oh my God. That is too funny. Amazing. I'm glad that he's doing well. I'm glad how are you doing? Okay, 20 stitches. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, good. And then when I grow up, I want to be just like Miro B. No, 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 no. I am deleting this. No. Seriously, get out of here with that. Oh no, I did something wrong already. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. What? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I'm missing one. What the heck? Still on blood pressure medication from his birth, other than among other small health things. But other than that, you're doing okay. Getting excited about summertime and camping expeditions with the kids. Yay, you bought a pop-up RV camper specifically because of the baby. That's awesome. The best part about the house you viewed, it has an attic. You don't have to get rid of your crafts. Oh, yay. They'll be a little harder to get at. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely not winning. So, yeah, put on a life vest. Break out the cello. Can't remember what's the command for the Yas Queen Slay audio. Yas Roulette. Or just, oh, I'm about to read a bot message. I'm on that ground control, so I don't miss anything on YouTube, hopefully. What are we at now on YouTube? Oh my goodness. Discord, are you okay? Discord, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Discord. Discord, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Discord, close the window. Reopen the window. It's frozen. Oh, I see what was happening. It was, I had a pinned message open, so it wasn't responding to me trying to scroll. Bum, 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 bum. I'm a tough skipper. Yeah, if I was a tough skipper, I'd be like, whatever. Life vests are for wussies. You have to swim to shore. Prove yourself. Something's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 35. What is happening here? Oh. I think I found it. No. This should be easy. It's just regular increases. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Incy Wincy was trying to. Oh no. Hi, Liz. How are you? At least you threw Life Vest, though, right? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I must have messed something up somewhere else along the way. Okay, I'm just gonna, we had not made it that far. Starting over might have been the only way to fix it. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. He had his fangs in the mesh lid and was rattling it up and down. Luckily, it's a slide lid, but oh, you didn't know they were that smart. Never mind that strong. Yeah. Ever since Maggie managed to get dig out enough underneath of one corner of the fence to get out at that spot, she has managed over and over and over and over again to get out at that same spot because it's been, you know, sort of weakened and compromised. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do. I'll zip tie new pieces of chicken wire over it. I've put things in front of it. She just is strong and she'll just shove them out of the way. You know, life finds a way, as our friend Jeff Goldblum would say. Super focused. You're trying to crochet with loops and thread, silky soft yarn. It's a super soft fingering weight from Michaels, but it's easy to split. Oh no. Now I'm having no problems. I don't know what happened before. I think I might have started with the wrong number or something. What is the next instruction? Oh, we're making a little bag. This is a tiny bag. If you ever got that far, you'd want little spider emotes. Cute ones, cartoony. Yeah. Emotes are such a fun thing about, you know, what we do here. It's hard to explain. Like when we got partner and I was all excited for being able to have more emotes, it was like really hard to explain that aspect of that, you know, when we get more emote slots, that's like really cool for a lot of us to be able to like express ourselves, whether it's that we're designing our own or we're commissioning them from somebody. And I love our emote artist and really respect how hard Sesky works and does a really great job with all of our stuff. Good communication skills. Highly recommend if you're looking for someone to do art for you. We also have a lot of friends in the community, like the Ramen Bucket, and a bunch of other people that do commission artwork, and you can watch them do it live on their stream. Saskia used to stream, but does not really anymore. But we met through Calamity Cat, I believe. So it was actually because I was fundraising for Starlight with, you know, before it was Team Stream Stars, it was called Stream Heroes. You draw, so you do your own. A crafty jellyfish, yeah. You were watching a streamer, Crafty Jellyfish. They put you onto Humble Bundle where you got Clip Studio Paint for a year for only 19 pounds.
From the bottom of my heart.
Mirror, dude, Mirror, did you know I was thinking about you earlier today? Mirror with your tier 3 happy party. Mirror, I love you so much. Thank you so much, friend, for your tier 3 resub. You are amazing. What color chickens do you want? Chickens, plural, for your 6+ points that you contribute monthly to us staying part of Plus program. Thank you so much. We're back down a little bit as far as Plus points. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep doing what I do and trying to be, you know, better at what I do all the time. we need to talk about what we're doing with Patreon now with that tier that you're in for lessons and stuff. I owe you, so we're going to do all the ones because I love chatting with you anyways. But we're going to restructure that because it seems like that those of you that are interested in that perk, that the issue becomes a lot of us don't have the same schedules. And so what I want to do instead of offering one-on-one through that, and we had talked about this a little bit, but I want you to tell me what techniques you want to me to demonstrate. And if you want a one-on-one, of course, I'm happy to do that for you. As far as, you know, if you're struggling with something and you need me to look at what you're doing. But then I also want to be able to record tutorials for you that then you can watch anytime, and also you can watch it when you have time. But I always have time for you. Because you're so amazing, and I really love you, and you support us so hardcore here. Thank you so much. What color do you want for your chickens? Hi, Dan. I'm good. How are you doing? Welcome in. Mirror is a Starlight ambassador, a fiber artist, a traditional artist, a harpist, a musician, and just an amazing friend of the stream. So if you guys are not following our friend Mirror Mask Arts, please, please, please do it. You would like a one-on-one steak in the dryer demonstration? That gets a boo! That is not, no, we are not doing that. I told you already. Yeah, okay, guess what? You all get a, however many of you there are on me, right? Me, I'm one, and you're how many are you? I told you, 10,000 sub points and I'll do it. Good luck. Good luck. Godspeed. You yourself, my dear friend Mirror, are a colorful personality, not afraid of color. I'm going to give you one each of 6 different colors for your chickens. Thank you so much, friends. So pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Right into the bowl you go. You want to no, there's no roasting spit. Actually, that, if you were going to cook steak in a dryer on like a spit in the middle of it, probably would be the best way to do it. Look at all those chickens. Ready? Here we go. 6 of them. Oh no! An egg went flying out. No problem. There's physics at play here. The foam eggs go flying out sometimes. You get back in there. You're not allowed to come out of there. Thank you, Mirror. This is for this month so far. This is raids and resubs. Thank you very much. Into the bowl. And there you stay for the rest of the month. Run for your lives. Yeet. Thank you so much. I love you. You're amazing. And thank you for supporting what we do here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm kind of putting some thought into what we're doing over on Patreon and trying to, you know, figure out ways that I can deliver, you know, a good value for those of you that support there, whilst also keeping up with it in a timely fashion. And also, you know, kind of pushing myself to do some things that I sometimes struggle with in terms of scheduling, and just get it done and have fun with it and get your honest feedback and let you have, you know, advanced access or exclusive access to things. And earlier we were talking about how because we have a particular individual who has grabbed one of the spots in the new highest tier that we have there, we were able to donate a copy of Brian's book to back Brian's Kickstarter and donate a copy of Brian's book, and I rounded up and gave him a couple of extra bucks. I said, here you go, Brian and Kevin, have a couple extra bucks. Extra bucks. It really it brings me a lot of joy to be able to do things like that, because I want to support my friends and help them with their goals. And that, you know, doesn't always have to equal financial, you know, monetary contribution. But in order to put out a book, you need funds. And I just thought it would be really cool to donate a book, because then not only are we supporting the project, but we're making sure that, you know, kids that might not otherwise have access to Brian and Kevin's brilliant book series get to experience it. So huge thank you to everyone who supports via Patreon. And please look for a post there soon about our May activities for paid pledges. I had asked about a movie watch along. I think I just need to plan a date, and then I'll give you guys some choices. And then if you can make it, great. And if you can't, that's okay. Oh, that's great, Dan. I'm really happy to hear that. Congratulations. I'm happy for you, and I really hope you're able to just, you know, onward and upward, Dan. Good for you, friend. I'm sure that's a huge relief. I hope they've taken good care of you, but I'm sure you're ready. Well, you know, so in here it's all about Dollar Box. Oh my god. Look, I'm just, I'm well aware that what I do, while it has value, and many of you see it as something that you are more than happy to support, and that means a lot of different things. It means just being in here, and it also means subscribing, cheering bits, tipping, Ko-fi, Patreon, Fourth Wall, etc. You know, we have a lot of different ways that people can support. Subscribing to the YouTube, which is free, and we're super close to 1,000 subscribers. You know, I also realize that, like, what I do is I'm an entertainer, and, you know, we have to make sure that we are working hard on what we do, making it a quality experience, and that, you know, and that you guys know that there's never any obligation for you to do anything, but the fact that you have supported what I do, you know, I mean, I need it too. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for, and I'm happy to support when I'm able. Other people's wholesome content, their stuff that puts a smile on my face. You know, especially if they also work with other people and try to make their lives better, then it's like a no-brainer, you know? I wish that, you know, I don't know. The whole, if I won the lottery, what would I do? Just kind of thinking about that. It would be very tempting and easy to just be like, you get a massive sub bomb, you get a massive sub bomb. But I would want to think about, like, okay, what are some, you know, really truly worthwhile like organizations that would really be able to like make these funds go a really long way. Like, I would totally love to be able to support some friends in a bombastic way, but I'd need to buy a used dryer. I never said anything about doing steak in the dryer if I win the lottery, okay? I never said anything about that. Although it would be tempting to just be like, I will gift till we get to 10k sub points. You get a gift sub, you get a gift sub, and then just like have all the emote slots unlocked. Be pretty cool. this is a really simple pattern, and it's meant to be simple. It's literally just single crochet and learning to like crochet in the round. What does it say? You know what I would do? Get to 10K sub points. Gift out a bunch of subs for everybody to use all the emotes. Pay artists handsomely to make the emotes. And then and then just quit streaming from that channel and start a new one. And you guys wouldn't be allowed to be mad at me, and I would get out of doing the steak in the dryer. Or I just pay somebody else to do the steak in the dryer. And not do it myself. Nothing. We're just a lot of what ifs. Let's put it that way. The usual, says Lobster. Mayhem. So, this is how you treat your senpai, huh? Mischief. Madness. People were coming into DK's channel last night and he's like, hello, welcome everyone. My name is Morpheus. I'm 6 foot over tall. He kept calling himself Morpheus. But hear me out. If you use a dryer that had to be convinced to run anyways, so barely hanging on, no one would have to clean it up. There is no loser. I've already said, Kim, that I would be buying a dryer that's on its last legs. Get it? That's how it's barely running. It's on its last legs.
Fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberry.
Oh no, is your Kim is Stoven? What's going on? Food theory, actually, yes. This is how this all started, Reven. My son walked in here and goes, Mom, I checked. Kim has a turbo. Kim has turbo. Kim is abandoning Stoven. Stoven? How are you supposed to say it? I should probably already know that. Thank you, though, Miro. Raven, you have to leave the apartment. The building people are afraid of the stove with arms and eyes. And the fact that you're constantly yelling about quacks that no one can hear. Yeah. When building people come in to work in there, they come in pairs. Hi, Portia. Shout out to, to Imaginary Friend, to Raven Blackheart, to Portia, Practical Portia. The question you never want to hear before a drag race. Y'all got turbo? Wait, which kind of drag race are we talking about here?
To the fart zone.
Lady of Althea! Welcome to the fart zone, readers.
To the fart zone.
Hi, everybody. Whimsy Stampede, bringing friendship and magic.
To the fart zone. To the fart zone. To the fart zone. To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. To the fart zone. To the fart zone.
Hello, everybody. Look at all these first-time raider chats. Oh, my goodness. Real Pamster, welcome in. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady. It's nice to see you. Danae Raven, hello. Tornado 1206, what's going on? Gira Mama, hello. Welcome, everybody. Hi, how are you? Lady Amalthea, you absolute sweetheart. How dare you? Thank you so much. Real rascally grandpa. Ooh, I love a rascally grandpa. Who doesn't love a rascally grandpa? My grandpa used to be like, "What's the matter? You're gonna melt? What are you, the Wicked Witch?" When we would like yell about the rain outside. Hi, Nikki, darling. You're a kid. Hello. You do dare. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to meet you all. Thank you so much for the raid, Lady Amalthea. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, there's a lot of you that are new, and so we need to show the raid video before any of the rest of you make the mistake of following this channel. Please watch the raid video. There are no refunds and no exchanges on Twitch follows. No exceptions. I know. I don't have any control over it, okay? Seriously, Lady Amalthea, thank you for bringing all these unwitting victims our way. We're going to show you the raid video, okay? So the rest of you can really, like, make sure that you understand what you're getting yourselves into, okay? There's a lot of fart noises and rubber chickens and, like, all kinds of other ridiculous shenanigans that happen in here, okay? Make an educated decision after you watch this video. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it. Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh? What? You're doing so hard! There's people out here with reputations at stake. I'm not kidding. Look, I have an entire bucket. I'm just a giant clown who happens to know how to crochet. Thank you for the follow. That is some chicken. When people decide that they're going to subscribe without like really understanding what they're going to get themselves into, if they're what we call a free-range organic tier 1 subscriber, they've never had someone gift them, especially if it's like their first visit to the channel and they subscribe to the channel. I push as much air as I possibly can out of that chicken, and I let it fly with full force and fury into a megaphone with reverb applied. So just be warned. That is what will happen if any of you decided that you were crazy enough to support this channel with a tier 1 subscription. You learned, like, at the Ren Fair a long time ago, can I juggle? I can juggle scarves, and if I practiced a bit, I could probably start juggling, like, solid objects again. I love juggling, and I love anything to do with, like, clowning and theater and stuff like that. Please give Lady Amalthea a follow, who was our victim yesterday for our streamer spotlight, and we got to hang out. I decided I'm going to try to pick people who are in chat, not because I want to drag all of you to chat every other Monday, but I mean, please do join us. More because it's so much fun to be able to ask the person questions and to have them explain any, like, funny memes or any of that kind of cool stuff from their channel. So thank you so much. You really did not need to do that, but thank you for bringing everybody over. You guys are all awesome. I am 9.5, and I'm called that because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. Yes. I worked in restaurants for 25 years, and one day about 20 years ago, a restaurant coworker just looked at me and tossed that nickname at me. So thanks a lot, Nick, who used to bus tables at a restaurant I worked at 20 years ago. And that is the origin of the nickname. But this happened when I was 4. And yet I am right-handed, and I type like 90 words a minute, and I've crocheted and knitted and cross-stitched all my life, and I've also played musical instruments and all that other stuff, so it's never stopped me from doing a thing, and I have a sense of humor about it. I'm happy to answer questions. I don't care. And also, I have 3 kids. I live in the Pacific Northwest with my husband, where we own and operate a TCG, TTRPG, and comic book shop called Pantheon Comics and Games in St. Helens, Oregon. So if you're in the Portland area, it's about a 30 to 45-minute drive from Portland in beautiful Columbia County, Oregon. And that is my home state, but I've lived all over the United States. We do a lot of stuff for charity here. We do St. Jude Children's Research Hospital fundraisers 3 times a year, Starlight Children's Foundation, and we've also fundraised for 1,000 Dreams Fund, Can't Cancel Pride, CrisisTextLine.org, ASPCA, Stand Up to Cancer, Big Table, a ton of different organizations. This beautiful community has raised an insane amount of money. I actually don't know the number right off the top of my head right now. I think it's almost $140,000 for various charitable causes through Tiltify. Thank you. You sew, knit puppets, toys, and bags. Ooh, fun. You paint, draw, animate, edit puppet videos. Where I have a challenge, Pamster, from a streamer named Andy Ray Cosplay to make a Muppet of myself so that we can collab as Muppets, and I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. I have a theater degree. I went to school for theater. I actually was this close to just like going to New York and becoming a Broadway actor, and then NYU said, yeah, you can come here, but we don't have any money for you. I was like, oh, great, thanks.
Welcome to
Oh my God, another raid from Floating Bento Box. Tell them how much I yell. How come everybody's coming in here right now? Hello, hi everybody. Thank you so much, Floating Bento Box. I got to hang out there today. Was making a Pear Bear. It was so cute. Working with the super chunky Bernat Blanket Extra. Hi everybody. See, this is what happens. You get to fart zone the raiders. If you just came in on that raid with Lady Amalthea, feel free to go ahead and fart zone to your heart's content when someone raids in. You love my vibe, but you need to sleep. Danae, please. Have a lovely sleep. Thank you so much. I'm really excited that you got to come into the channel today. Here, I'll give you the ASMR treatment right before you leave to go to bed. Thank you so much, Danae. Poor Floating Bento Box's raiders are probably like, where did you bring us? Why did you bring us to the fart zone? What's wrong? Why are we here? Everything is fine. Please don't panic. Hi, I'm 9. I'm called 9.5 because I'm missing half a finger. Get it? I'm also a crocheter and a founder of the Artists and Makers Club, which Floating Bento Box is a part of. And I'm also a member of the Twitch Women's Guild, and we were just talking about how we do a lot of charity here. I've been streaming for, it'll be 7 years in August. I started from the PS4 in our living room, streaming Fortnite. And then I streamed from my phone for a while. And then this beautiful chat said, we've had enough of your disconnecting from your Wi-Fi on your phone, and we want you to have a regular computer to stream from. So this stream has evolved quite a bit since I first started. Like I said, I do have a live performance background, and I think that's been super helpful. I also waited tables. I worked in the restaurant industry for 25 years. So I'm definitely used to talking to strangers. I have 3 kids, 3 dogs, 2 cats. And I love crocheting. I love to make little things. Like here, this is just sitting right here on my desk. This little guy, this sweet little dude. This guy's one of my favorites. It is available in my shop because not only does it have this cute little face, it's a chick wearing a bunny hat. It has a butt. It has a booty.
To the fart zone.
Dio, you're the 3rd raid in like the literally. Dio, you're the 3rd raid in 10 minutes. Oh my God, what's going on? Hi everyone. Thank you so much, Dio. Dio's amazing. Posting bento box is amazing. Lady Amelthea is amazing. Today, thank you for the follow. And also, you guys, everybody that's coming in right now. We are literally 12 subscribers. 12? Something like that. 12 subscribers from 1,000 on YouTube. If any of you would like to be able to watch my VODs or some shorts that I put up there, and also some tutorials we're going to do over there, and other content that I plan on doing on YouTube, please consider subscribing to the YouTube. It's free, and you could help me to be able to earn ad revenue from videos and shorts, which would be so incredibly appreciated. I'm a full-time content creator. This is what I do to support my family. And also, being a full-time content creator means I have that much more time to work with our charities. I would not be able to do the amount of things that I do for charity if I worked a traditional 9-to-5 or even a restaurant job. So, yeah, let's go. Are you serious? Not 999. No freaking way. No. No. Are we seriously just one? No way. Real Rascally Grandpa? Really? Are you 1K? What? No way! Are you serious? Wow! Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right. You know what that calls for? It's time for the big chicken, people. It's time for the big chicken.
Queen Slay.
I'm sorry, everybody, if you were here and you were like, wow, it seemed like things were about to calm down. They're not calming down at all. We got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Here we go. Reverb and everything. This calls for the big chicken, people. We need the big chicken. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Love you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh man, it's been a long time coming. But what I really need to do now is to kick it up with some more original videos over there. You guys are so incredible. Thank you so much for all of this amazing support that you've shown what I do. I couldn't do it, not to the level that I do it. I could not do it without you. And that includes people rating into the channel. So Lady Amelthea, pick a color. Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white. And same question, floating bento box and Dio before you have to run off, because I know a lot of times we have to rate and run, and I so appreciate you. And also, yes, we've already gotten Lady Amelthea's links, which you guys need to go and follow. Lady Amelthea is amazing. Floating Bento Box is a super talented crocheter, and I think you also do like coding, co-working category. Gotta head out. No problem. Thank you so much, Lady Amelthea. You're amazing. Please, everybody, make sure you give Lady Amelthea a follow. Dio, what color egg? Lady Amalthea, I think your name is pink on my screen, so I'm going to give you a pink egg unless you can pop back into chat and tell me what color you want. Oh my gosh. We have this bowl. It's a chicken bowl, see? Chickens are a thing here, farts. I'm just a giant nerd and a clown. Thank you guys so much. And it's so lovely to meet all of you that are new. Thank you for coming on the raid and supporting your streamer. And for giving a new channel a chance if you're new here. Purple is your favorite color. Excellent, Dia. I was yelling at everybody earlier about how all of their usernames in chat were purple. You have a link ready, floating bento box. Ahmad will get you a permit. And what color egg would you like? We're gonna do pink for Lady Amalthea. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. We're getting close to the end of our stream, but I got a project finished. 2 projects finished today, and I'm almost done with this other test bag because it's really small. Really lovely to meet me. You love to crochet, and seeing everyone share their art really encourages you to do it more. Real Rascally Grandpa. We have a really awesome Discord, and yesterday was show and tell day, so we do it every Monday. And if any of you are interested in joining the Discord, in that channel, you can post your projects, anything as long as it's, you know.
Someone just subscribed
Thank you
to the
guys.
YouTube
We're gonna
channel.
get a bunch of those. Probably they take a second to come through. If you like sharing your artwork with others, we encourage that in that channel, and then we look at it on stream. So no pictures of people's kiddos, just because like my kids show up behind me on my stream. My husband and I've talked about it. My kids are okay with it, but I never know what everybody else's privacy concerns are. So we just try to keep those pictures out of that channel, just because I'm showing it on my screen. We keep it PG-13. I am really happy to be able to do this full time. It has been such a joy. I work with children's charities closely, so it just makes sense for us to be PG-13. Dio, you
Diora the Yarn Dragon just continued their gifted sub.
And that's from Louie. Thank you so much for continuing your gift sub from Louie. Thank you so much, friend. 3, 2, 1. Lady Amalthea. There you go. Bento. This is you. This is your egg. And now you get to pick a chicken color too, Dio. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for continuing it. Here's your purple egg for your raid, Dio. 3, 2, 1. You had a workout leotard like that one, only blue and pink. Oh my gosh. And then, do you like the sound effects? And thank you so much if you happen to be watching over on YouTube. I see that we don't have a whole lot of chat activity there, which is totally fine. But I can see that we have people who are hanging out over there, and the views do help on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so excited. I have a lot of work to do on the YouTube channel, but I'm very, very, very excited. Floating bento box. What color would you like for your egg? And then same color choices, basically. Resin chickens. They're so cute. Thank you, Pamster. I really appreciate it. Thank you for talking over on YouTube. I do appreciate that. And liking the live on YouTube is helpful. You want purple for I do have blue. I do have blue floating bento box. I do, Bento. I do. Do you want purple for your chicken, Dio? Much. I'm really just so thrilled to be able to share the platform with so many awesome streamers and artists. Thank you. Thank you for your support. And that includes, just being here. Oh, we lost the chicken on the board. It's okay. All right, you guys. Here's the thing. Chicken, ready? 3, 2, 1. Cook! And egg for you, Bento. 3, 2, 1. There we go. I have an afternoon obligation today. So as much as I'd love to stick around and soak up this amazing feeling of us as a community having reached this amazing milestone, thank you, guys. I actually really, really, really have to go, and I'm so bummed because there's all these amazing new people in here, and I'd love to be able to hang out with you for longer. But I always say this. This becomes the town. Mateo, I just said I have to go! Keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man. The
so he won't take me down to his lair deep under the mountain, underground. That's where he keeps his dirt. Okay. That's great. We love the dirt man. We love the dirt man. Just make sure that you keep a little dirt under your pillow. Thank you so much. Seriously, Dio, thank you for investing in what we do here. Thank you to every single one of you, like I said, that came along on the raid with your streamers. That's such awesome support for the channel that you're coming from and also the one that you're going to. And it's one of the things that makes Twitch really awesome and unique. And I have loved being a part of this platform. I'm a Twitch diehard. I love being able to create content in a bunch of different places. I do sometimes stream on TikTok. Occasionally I do a live only on YouTube, but typically it's that I'm live in both places. So you may be able to find me live on YouTube, not necessarily every single time that I'm live on Twitch, but a lot of times. And I do post shorts there, and I have an Instagram and some other socials, but really Twitch is where my heart is at. I'm so happy to be part of what Twitch is about, and artists and makers on Twitch particularly. I feel like we're just a really awesome group. We're pretty tight-knit. Anyway, I have to leave my house in like 10 minutes. It's fine. This is fine. So let's find somebody else to take this party to. Oh, I'm so happy, you guys. Thank you so much for 1K. Thank you for 1K on YouTube. You guys are amazing, and I'm so incredibly lucky to have such a great group of people on this platform. And, you know, you guys are supportive wherever it is that we're doing stuff. Thank you again. Do we have anyone from Team Quirky Cluckers? I don't know if we have anyone from Team Quirky Cluckers. Well, it is AAPI Heritage Month, and we have a friend from the Women's Guild, Hemankata, who is streaming for Together for AAPI Voices. So let's read there. I always think it's great that Twitch tries to do these, you know, I've been part of Women's Guild stuff like this. It's representation is important. I really am super fortunate to be part of several groups that help to encourage people who stream either like in the creative categories where we're non-gaming content, and it can sometimes feel like I'm an Artists and Makers Club founder. If you're not in that club and you stream crafting and art, please consider joining. It's been an amazing experience, and we have a raid train coming up. Yes, bye-bye YouTube. So excited for 1,000 subscribers. We're saying bye-bye to YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a great